Hi everyone, it's Nicole Spohr here today for Mama Elephant with a slim card Zodiac Pig long and skinny card design. I love the Zodiac animals and I also love the slimline basics that create these long and skinny or tall and skinny type of cards, and so today we are going to use some of the dies from the Slim Card Basics to create the little frames for the Zodiac Pig. We're going to start by die cutting the Slim Card Basics long rectangle with the three kind of irregular circle openings that come with this set. So there's a lot of different things that come in the Slim Card Basics. You're going to get the rectangle, you're going to get a large scallop rectangle, you get two borders, one kind of cloudy like border and then a landscape border, three thought bubbles, and then these three circles that you can use to create openings. You can create, use all three, you can use two, you can use one. Really, really cool. And I love that they're not perfect. So they're definitely a very unique kind of die there because you can create all kinds of different frames. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut the front of my panel using the rectangle, stitched rectangle, and these three stitched circle openings. Then I'm going to kind of carefully pop each of these out individually. Since they are irregular and they can't go just any which way, there is a specific way, but they do go in really easily, which I'll show you when I put this back together. But I want to ink them with an ombre effect where it's darker kind of mint along the bottom and lighter at the top. And to achieve this, we're going to use Cracked Pistachio and Lucky Clover Distress inks. I'm applying these colors with a blending brush to each of the circle shapes. So these are going to be kind of like the little backdrop to our Zodiac Pig. And I chose these colors because I thought the mint would look really spectacular with the kind of light, fleshy color, peachy pink of the pigs. I really love those two colors together. And so when I was considering, do I want to use solid cardstock? Do I want to ink it? What color do I want to use? I really was drawn to mint. And because I didn't have a cardstock the exact color that I wanted, I do have a mint cardstock, but it wasn't, I wanted kind of that ombre effect that you get with inking. So I went ahead and did that with inks, which is always one of my very favorite things to do. Then I'm going to just take this box I have and I'm going to use it to protect my work surface, and I am splattering Lawn Fawn liquid stardust over these circles. What I love about the liquid stardust is it's going to give these awesome little shimmery distressed areas to whatever you apply it to. I've also gone then and taken the Slim Card Basics and die cut the long rectangle. This is going to be what we mat our frame on. Because I am going to be inlaying the circles into the frame we die cut, I don't really need to ink the center of this panel. I just want the outside of the panel to coordinate with what we have colored those irregular circles. So I'm going around the edges with Lucky Clover Distress ink. Now that we have that, I can go ahead and I'm going to frame up the frame that we've die cut from white cardstock with some foam adhesive. I want it to be popped up a little bit just to give a tiny bit of dimension. This would also be a fantastic time if you want to make this a long and skinny shaker card. You could put acetate on the back of this first and then back it with foam adhesive, fill those little wells with some sequins or seed beads or other kind of confetti type of product, and you can make a really cool shaker card. I'm using some pretty low foam adhesive here. I don't want it to be super high, and I am going to go ahead and back that with foam adhesive. I'm just laying some adhesive down in the openings then, getting ready to inlay those pieces that we applied the liquid stardust to after we inked them. So let's go ahead and remove the backing paper from all of our foam adhesive and put the frame in place. This very much was a card where I did all of the background work first. I'm kind of working from the base, the background up, if you will. And then I'm just going to take those pieces and pop them in place. Isn't that liquid stardust so pretty on the mint cardstock? It just adds a little something fun and shimmery. We are going to take all of the images then that we're going to be using for our card and stamp those on some Bristol Smooth cardstock with the Lawn Fawn Jellyfish No Line Coloring ink. So we could do a little no line coloring, which is one of my favorite things to do anyway, but I especially love it with the Zodiac critters from Mama Elephant. I am using the Pigs and Pig Balloon from the Zodiac Pig stamp set. We are using the coffee cup from the Zodiac Sheep stamp set, and then the camera from the Zodiac Rooster stamp set. The Zodiac collection is complete now. So there are a bunch of Zodiac critters. They all have lots of fun accessories, and what is fantastic is you can totally mix and match those accessories among all of the stamp sets. So if you like, for example, in the Zodiac Pig stamp set, there is a Christmas wreath and a Santa hat. Those things can be used on any of the sets, which I think is so much fun. So this really will work now all through the year and into the holidays. And that goes for all of the stamp sets. The sheep has a stocking, so you could very easily turn that into a Christmas set as well. I know there's some other things. I don't have all of my sets in front of me right now, but you can definitely take those and mix and match. On my blog, I am going to have a supply list that shows all of the Zodiac critters. So if you kind of want to check them all out and see what all is available, you can find that there. I am coloring in my Zodiac pigs with pale pink, vanilla, and then beige for the hooves. It was a weird combination for me, the pale pink and vanilla. I was really looking for kind of a non-traditional pink color, if you will. I wanted it to really look more like a pig, and this is what I came up with, and I could not be happier. I totally love this color combination. Was really, really excited. And I'm purposely going to color the pig balloon a brighter pink, if you will, so that it's a contrast to these pigs. Now I went ahead and die cut the Zodiac pigs before I colored in the rest of my images, and I'm going to take from the Creative Cuts dies that coordinate with this. There are always 2 dies in each set so that you can die cut their arms so they can hold on to some of these fun things, these accessories that come in any of the stamp sets. So this little guy here, he's going to be holding a camera, and then we're also going to die cut the arm on the pig clear over to the left, and he's going to be holding a coffee cup. One thing to note, I always wait till I have die cut my critters to take a black jelly pin and add the detail into their eyes. That's purpose. I do that purposely, on purpose, I guess I want to say, because it will flatten their eyes often if you run it through afterwards. So I like to do that first. So now we're going to go back and color in the accessories. There's just 3. We've got the pig balloon from Zodiac Pig. Then we've got our camera and our coffee cup. The colors I'm using for the pig are pink flamingo and then the pale pink, which we used for the pigs, the Zodiac pigs. We're going to use a little gray for the top, the lid on the coffee cup, and as well as the balloon string. And I'm going to draw in some little loops for that balloon string as well. Just kind of draw a little line around the top and then draw those in. A little light gray for the coffee cup itself, and then the coffee cup cozy that goes around is going to be carmine red and light carmine. I like to pull in a little bit of red where I can on cards. I like that little punch of color. So we're going to have that on the coffee cup. We'll have a little bit of red on the camera. And then I've got some little red funfetti heart embellishments that we will add to the card as well. The last color combination that I'm going to pull in is the same color that we have going throughout the card, and that's that turquoise or aqua color, created this time with turquoise green and green shadow. So next we are going to go ahead and start assembling the rest of the card, and I'm just using a tool-in-one and some tweezers to kind of help pop up that paw and then tuck the camera into the pig's arms there. And I'm going to use a little liquid adhesive to secure that in place. With such tiny little pieces, I love craft tweezers for holding on to those images and getting them right where you want them to go. The coffee cup, we're just going to pop up the paw here on the first little pig and pop that in place as well. So cute. I love how it looks like they're holding on to it. Now for the pig balloon, we do want to go in and add in the nostrils and the eye detail. The nostrils, and in fact the nostrils on the pigs, the Zodiac pigs that we've already done, the big ones, that was with the beige zig marker. It's the same for the balloon, and then the black jelly pin for the eyes. We're going to glue that in place where it kind of comes up above out of the frame. And then the final thing that we're going to do today is add our greeting for our card. And this time we're using the Missing You Pig Time sentiment from the Zodiac Pig stamp set. And we're going to use one of those thought bubble dies from the Slim Card Basics collection. We're going to die cut it from white cardstock, and then I'm adding color to it. I want it all to coordinate, so I'm going to add color to it, and I'm going to use a pretty heavy hand using the Lucky Clover Distress ink. When that is completely dry, I'm going to put this in my Misty, and I'm going to need to mask off part of the sentiment to do 2 lines of text. So this is a long and skinny text, line of text, and I want it to be 2 rows. I want the top row to be Missing You and the bottom row to say Pig Time. The easiest way I have found to do this is to place the piece of cardstock that you're going to be stamping in your Misty, and then I like to line up the text, try to center it as much as you can, and then I use a little piece of Post-it tape or low-tack tape to mask off the part that I don't want to ink up. And then I'm going to ink that right there. I'll remove the tape and ink up just the phrase Pig Time. I started at the bottom and I'll work my way up. Once I have that, I'm going to clean my stamp really good. We're going to go ahead and align the first line of text right above the second line, and that's going to be the Missing You, and we're going to stamp that, and then we will apply some white embossing powder to this. I'm just going to tap off any excess. I'm going to use a dry paintbrush to remove any embossing flakes that maybe didn't come off there when I tapped off the excess. And then we will heat set this before attaching it to our card. And I'm going to kind of attach it coming up out of one of the frame openings, the one clear over on the right. And I purposely picked the Slim Card Basics Thought Bubble that had the little arrow coming down to that area. So there's the same thought bubble, and it's on the little arrow is on either the left or the right. And then there's more of a square thought bubble as well. Right below that, I'm going to attach a little heart embellishment. These are some funfetti heart embellishments from Trinity Stamps. I'm using an embellishment wand to pop those right in place. We'll add one to the final pig. Pop this whole thing on a Slim Card card base that measures 3.5 by 8.5 inches. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this Slim Card Zodiac Pig design featuring Mama Elephant stamps and dies. The supplies I used to create this card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring mama elephant zodiac critters that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new card making video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.